Hey you guys, what is up and welcome back to the channel. I have my hair pulled back already because I'm ready to go. Today's going to be a fun one. I picked up the new reformulated, kind of repackaged NYX Ultimates I Know That's Bright palette. And we're going to be comparing it to the old NYX Ultimate Brights palette. And we're going to kind of see, like, compare formula. So I'm going to try to do one eye look on one eye and the other eye look on the other eye and try to get the same look with both palettes. So if you're excited for the video, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe if you like content like this, and let's get started, guys. Okay, so I'm going to start off and I'm going to kind of, I don't know, maybe swatch some of these. Okay, so first up, I'm gonna give you a really nice little close-up so you can see. So as you can see, this one here is a new palette. You can see like some of the shimmer shades look like they're a little bit more of a chunky shimmer now, whereas in this palette it looks like it's all mattes, but there is actually a few shimmer shades. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to swatch a few that look very similar in the palette, and we'll see how they compare with swatching them. Okay, so I stand corrected. There is no shimmer shades in the old formula. There is just a couple shades that have little specks of, okay, maybe there's one shade that, no, it's a matte. I never used that shade in the palette. So there's no shimmer shades in the old palette. There's just a few shades that just have like flecks of sparkle in the like matte shadow. So the difference between the old palette versus the new palette is they basically added 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 4 shimmer shades, and there's still one shade that looks like a matte with some sparkle in it. So I went ahead and did some swatches here on my arm. So the top row is the new eyeshadow palette. The bottom row is the old eyeshadow formula. So these swatches here I tried to do a comparison of each color, like closely matching it. I do feel like the mattes swatch a tad bit better. The mattes I noticed in the new palette are actually way more creamier. They just, like, when I would swatch my hand in the palette, it would just really swatch very nicely. They're definitely way creamier. The old palette is just really kind of dry and kind of chalky feeling. But it still performs really well. Like, I still use the palette, but I can just tell that the reformulated eyeshadows are just really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because I'm actually just getting around for work, so I actually need to keep this party rolling. I've got like 5 minutes and I need to be going and packing my lunch for work. Okay. So I zoomed you guys in. We're going to go ahead and I guess we'll do the new formula on this side, the old formula on this side, because that's kind of how I have them sitting in front of me in my vanity. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out what kind of colors I want to go with. Maybe I'll kind of do like a pinky orange look. Since I always do pink looks, maybe we'll incorporate a little bit of orange or something. I'm just going to go in with a fluffy brush and go in with this orange shade up here in this palette. I'm just going to kind of blend that into the crease. I need my mirror. Okay, that blended really nicely. And then I'm going to keep using the same brush, but I have one of those like little swatching things, so I'm able to like clean it before I go into a different color. Okay, now in this palette, I think the similar color is this orangey shade here. So I'm going to go into that and go in on the other side. Okay, right off I can tell like it's not quite as pigmented. I'm going to have to layer this up quite a bit more. And this palette is pretty old. Like I think I've had this, I would say at least like 4 years. So the formula is getting old. And I am going to work, so I'm going to have to keep that in mind. Like I want this eye look to look halfway normal. Like I don't want to look like a weirdo. Okay, those two colors are a tad bit off. So I'm going to go in with the orange and the old formula right here beside to kind of try to get the colors to kind of match just a little bit. Okay, that looks a little better. Adding just a little bit more on this side. Now I'm going to go in with a more denser brush, and I think I'm going to go in with the pink color down here at the bottom in the new palette, and I'm going to kind of put that in my crease. Yeah, these eyeshadows are just so much more pigmented. I can't get over how much more pigmented they are. Okay, and then in the old formula, I think the pink right here is going to be like closest to the pink in the new palette. So here's what the eye look is looking like so far. I feel like both eyes are looking really similar. Okay, and since... Okay, I'm going to go in with a little bit deeper of an orange. Let's see. Yeah, there's a little bit of a deeper orange in the other palette, but this palette doesn't have one. I guess we'll just use the same color we used in our crease, which would be this orange, and I'm going to put that on the lower lash line. Okay, so that's what that eye's looking like. Looking really good. And then I'm going to use the same orangey color that I used in the crease on the other side. So both looks are looking really similar. The only problem is I want to go in with a shimmer shade, and the old palette, this old palette does not have a shimmer shade. So I'm just going to use the shimmer shade from the new palette, and we're just going to roll with it. I want to go in with the pink one right here. The shimmer shades are so creamy. They feel so nice. I love this new formulation, and I know they have like, I think it's 3 other palettes to pick from in the new formulation, and I really want to pick up another one now because this one is so good. Okay, so I'm going to put some mascara on and I'll be right back. Okay guys, we are back. I put on some mascara and a little bit more blush to kind of match the eye look and highlighter. So I'll just like sit up here. So here's what the eyes turned out looking like. I think they both looked very similar, except for I had to use the same shimmer shade out of the new palette. But I really think they both looked really, really good. I have to say, I do really love the new palette. And I'm looking on the back of the palette, and it has some of the shades highlighted in pink, and it's saying that the shades with the stars you can apply face pigments to your temples and cheeks to level up your look. And it says do not use on eyes. I love it whenever they do that. So like the bottom 3, the ones highlighted in pink on the palette, like 1, 2, 3, these ones, that one, this orange, you're not supposed to use on your eyes. Well, I did use on my eyes. I don't understand that. Why put an eyeshadow in an eyeshadow palette if you're not supposed to use it on your eyes? Does this make sense, people? Literally, it does not make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're gonna make 8 shades out of a palette, not able to use on the eyes, and it's supposed to be face pigments, this makes no sense. Anyways, use them on my eyes. But I think comparing these two was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this style of video. I really do like the new formulation. The old formulation really does kind of feel a little bit chalky and not as pigmented, but it's still a good formula. But the new and improved is really nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed the comparison, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and y'all are absolutely stunning. Bye guys, thanks for watching.